It is right around 11:03 a.m. on Monday, September 22nd, 2025. I just left a pretty angry voicemail for the Greenville group 5 minutes ago. No, I wasn't swearing or anything, but I'm trying to use the facilities in my bathroom, which is why I have the light off. And there's been somebody deliberately and suddenly engaging in some very disruptive behavior directly behind this wall from inside the vacant, unoccupied premises of the bathroom of 78. And this person has been engaging in the same exact identical pattern of surveillance-based aggression, harassment, and interference with whatever I try to do in this bathroom for 11 years now. That person is the Greenville Group's paid, sponsored, career criminal, sex offender, and, quote, surveillance expert named Jasmine Irizarry. The way you know it's Irizarry is because all of a sudden, along with the smacking and banging behind this wall, there's also an insane amount of marijuana and cigar smoke that are being propagated into this bathroom from directly behind this wall, where there was no smoke or fumes 15 minutes ago. But as soon as I quietly sat on my toilet to try to use it, Irizarry did what she's been doing for 11 years, and that she claims that she's getting paid to do by the Greenville Group, which is to deliberately burn, propagate, and fill this entire bathroom with sickening amounts of marijuana smoke that suddenly caused my voice to become really raspy. I'm literally allergic to smoke. I'm not a smoker. I never have been. Never smoked anything in my life, and I'm extremely sensitive to smoke. So when I'm exposed to it, my voice suddenly gets really raspy, and I have a hard time talking. I also have a hard time breathing, which is why when I talk, now I sound like a smoker. I also sound like an angry smoker because I can't use a toilet. When you can't use a toilet, what are you supposed to do? Run around and hold it in? That's probably not a good idea. You're going to end up getting sick if you do that. So I can't use the facilities. This is deliberate landlord-tenant harassment, as I just mentioned in the voicemail that I left for the Greenville Group, because they know that Jasmine Irizarry is being permitted by them to engage in the same exact identical pattern of surveillance-based, aggressive, disruptive behavior from the bathroom behind this wall, which is unrented and vacant. There are never any signs of legitimate occupancy-based use of this bathroom. The only time there's ever anybody showing signs of occupancy in that bathroom is when there's a psycho smacking the wall, burning and smoking and propagating sickening amounts of cigar smoke or marijuana smoke that then cause my voice to become really raspy. And then they engage in the use of a directed energy device, which is now starting to happen while I'm mentioning Jasmine Irizarry's name in this video, because she's the one who's using this directed energy device. And she continually engages in the use of a directed energy device to electronically harass me based on what she has knowledge of me doing in the privacy of this bathroom and in the privacy of my living space, which is obviously not private. When you're constantly getting harassed based on certain activities that you happen to engage in at any random moment in the privacy of your living space, then it's not a private living space. I can't breathe right now because there's too much marijuana and cigar smoke in here, but I did just have to leave another voicemail for the Greenville Group, which is a third voicemail regarding the fact that I can't use my bathroom that I've left in the last 24 hours. There's also no smoke or fumes in the hallway. So when I step out of that bathroom, first of all, the air is better out here, and there's never any smoke or fumes in the hallway. The Greenville Group and their attempts at gaslighting any kind of tenant complaint. Obviously, they don't want to deal with tenant complaints because they're a crooked criminal Russian slumlord that is negligent by the nature of their business model. This is a money laundering front for cartel and drug-related operations, as I've been informed by several people who happen to know what goes on in the Russian community. This has been verbal notices from members of the Russian community that seem to know a lot about what goes on with the Karitnik family and the Greenville Group. They told me this is a money laundering front. And the Greenville Group are not legitimate landlords. They're just using this as a money laundering operation. Yeah, it smells really clean out here. There's no smoke or fumes. Yeah, and my voice immediately gets better as soon as I step outside of the smoke-filled bathroom of my unit that I pay money for every week out of pocket. I don't receive any kind of a rent subsidy. I don't receive any kind of rental assistance. I pay all of this out of my money, my own money. This is out of pocket 100%, which means that I can sue the Greenville Group 100% to get my money back. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. Because when you can't even use a toilet without a psychotic, aggressive, mentally disturbed sex offender like Jasmine Irizarry suddenly literally getting in your face or in your back while you're quietly sitting on the toilet, and this happens every single freaking time you try to use the facilities in the unit that you pay money for, that should be a safe, yeah, see now as soon as I step in here, my voice gets all raspy. There's something really nasty in the air in this unit. and it's the smoke that is being deliberately propagated by the Greenville Group's paid career criminal fixer, Jasmine Irizarry. So when I can't even use my living space as a private and functional living space, and I pay over $200 and something out of pocket rent each week, I have the right to sue to get that money back because I can't do anything at all in this unit without Jasmine Irizarry or the violent psycho thug directly below 76, who might or might not be the same person. 76 also seems to be empty because there's a lot of violent slamming and banging noises below my bed that echo, that are so loud that they echo, which means Unit 76 is also at least partly unoccupied and vacant, but the Greenville Group are permitting some very behaviorally disturbed, mentally obsessive psychos to become violent below my bed at like 3 a.m, which was happening this past night, or then to become violent against the wall behind my toilet at any hour of the day, whenever I happen to try to use the facilities in that bathroom. But you never hear anybody showering or legitimately using that shower back there. There's only like slamming and banging from heavy buckets or bucket-like items that are being dropped behind this wall right here on a regular basis, but you never hear the shower going. I would know. There were legitimate tenants living in that unit a while ago. You can hear them showering. You can smell the shampoo. It's a thin wall. So when somebody's using shampoo and conditioner in that shower, you automatically smell it. When Jorge, the maintenance manager, was staying in that unit for a few weeks, I could always smell his aftershave or whatever it was he was using in there. You know, there's somebody just legitimately using that bathroom for occupancy-based purposes, but there has been absolutely no signs whatsoever of legitimate occupancy-based activities in that bathroom for months. The only signs of occupancy are when Jasmine Irizarry smacks the wall repeatedly, burns and propagates sickening amounts of cigar and marijuana smoke that then affect my voice almost instantly. And then, you know, the use of a directed energy weapon to electronically assault me almost continuously based on what Jasmine Irizarry and the other psycho thug perving creeping rejects of this building have knowledge of me engaging in at any given moment in the privacy or presumed privacy of this living space.